Now, brothers and sisters, thank you, King. Thank you. Brothers and sisters, moving on. Remember, this is a platform tonight of just what we're doing right now is letting you know what is going on. What is going on. And brothers and sisters, yeah, give our brother a call some ones, brothers and sisters. I shouldn't have to tell you to do that, man. If your spirit is feeling the brother, man, because my spirit is with the brother. And when we're taking on the government on this, they're challenging the government, brothers and sisters. Come on. What more can we ask of the brother, man? The brother's gone to prison based on his beliefs and his convictions. So, Paul, we're with you, brother. And, we're there. Brothers and sisters, moving on. We are moving together. We are moving. It's a new day. And brothers and sisters, we have with us tonight, because right now it's like every time I go into social media, I find one of us has been taken out. One of us has been taken out, whether it's down to what they call the COVID or what they call old age, what they call the pandemic, what they may call whatever reason, we are being taken out, brothers and sisters. And I was so happy to hear that there's going to be a launch of a new organization, a new federation of African Caribbean funeral operatives coming together. And I'm so amazed and I'm so happy that we are now saying, you know what? We can give birth to each other, but you know what? We can have the passing, the transition honorably with each other, because I cannot believe the prices it takes, the costs it takes to bury our own. And that's another industry altogether. So brothers and sisters, I'm honored tonight to have with us our sister Laura. Laura, are you with us, my queen? Sister Laura, are you with us? Our beautiful sister. How are you doing, my queen?
I'm all right, thank you.
Fantastic. Is that the person behind? Is that the Honourable Marks Messiah Garvey?
Absolutely. He leads me. He guides me.
Come on, my queen. Absolutely fantastic, sister. So, sister, it's been a long time. We've been trying to get you on this show for a long time. I was amazed. I think one of the people that put me through to you is our brother. I call him 45. Now, sister, are you based in Huddersfield too?
I'm in Huddersfield, yeah. I'm from London, from South London. Spent the summer in London, but at the moment I'm back in Huddersfield.
Okay. Now I must say we got over 300 people on the platform. Please, brothers and sisters, make the phone calls, get people on before the main speaker comes on, because we're having some great people. We've had Paul on the line, we have Samira on the line. Now we've got our queen sister Laura on the line. Please, I want you to hear from these brothers and sisters. Now, Laura, one of the reasons I'm glad that you're here on with us today, because I'm getting some emails, Laura, saying, Andrew, everything you're doing, your shows are great, but you know what? It's London. Everything when you're talking about the UK, it's always London. There's things happening outside of London. And I want to say to the brothers and sisters, I'm listening to you. We are listening to you on Hidden Truth. And I promise you, from today onwards, we're going to expand, not just in London, man. We're going to make sure things are happening in all the cities in the UK. And we're going to be speaking to Manchester. We're going to be speaking to Birmingham. We're going to be speaking to our brother and sister in Liverpool, because I want to know, and you want to know, what is happening UK-wide. And that's why I'm happy that our sister, who's based in Huddersfield right now, is going to speak to us about this great federation taking place. Laura, I'm going to keep my mouth shut now. Please let us know about what's happening. How can we make sure our money is not just staying in the Black community, but we are literally, sister, dealing with our people with dignity.
Yes.
In our own way. So, sister, let me shut up. Please educate us tonight.
Okay, all right. So thank you for having me on. First of all, yes, I have to big up Huddersfield. This has been my home for 8 years. And, I always say, if I leave Huddersfield, like this is home. There is so much going on outside of London. We just don't realise how much is going on, and our communities are there. So I just want to big up Yorkshire, big up Bradford, and my brothers and sisters up here in West Yorkshire. Brother Cool, I just want to send my love to you and thank you for all the work that you've done. It's an honour to be able to share the platform with you tonight. So thank you so much. And everybody else that's listening and that's joining us, greetings to you all, my sisters and my brothers. It's lovely to be with you. So yes, I am Laura Pusey, and I'm going to be sharing some information that will come in handy, if not in the future for yourself, then definitely for somebody that you know. So you may want to just grab a pen and paper for the details that I'm going to be sharing. Okay, so here we go. I'm a death practitioner. Now, I know that might sound a little bit odd, but I'll just briefly explain. I'm an end-of-life guide, and so I work with an individual and their family members to come to terms with the coming of a death transition. I offer non-medical care that caters to one's social, emotional, mental, spiritual, and practical needs at this time. Now, death isn't something that we're always ready to talk about, and at times we may find ourselves overwhelmed with grief. So it's at times like that, then it's good to have somebody that's around you who can guide you with regards to dealing with medical professionals or even family members who might need a bit of help understanding your desires. For example, you may want to die at home, or you may want to refuse certain methods of treatment. Yeah, it's always good to have somebody with you who can clarify matters on your behalf to make sure that you get the care and the respect that you deserve. Now, I drive, and for me to go London, Leicester, Huddersfield, not a problem, but I can't be everywhere all at once. So what I have actually done is I've created a workbook that helps individuals and families to come together and plan at this time for their end-of-life experiences. So the book is called My Life's Tapestry. It's a workbook that you write in. In fact, the whole family can get involved with the completion of the book, and it just costs £19.99. The workbook takes our loved ones down memory lane before introducing discussions about our rich culture, our traditions, and of course, our end-of-life wishes. The book covers everything that you'd have to consider at that time. And it opens up conversations with our family members, those kind of conversations that we naturally want to avoid. But death is part of life. And there was a time that we would celebrate it. So this now is the time that we have to come together to discuss it. Okay, so the reason why I'm here tonight is to tell you not only about the work that I do, but I just want to ask a question. And like Sister Samara, I just want to have a few show of hands. Have you ever been to the funeral of a loved one or somebody that you care about that was conducted by somebody who did not look like you or understand your culture or traditions? Anybody?
Good question. Good question. Good question.
Right. Well, that's the reason why I had to become a funeral celebrant, which means that I conduct funerals. And for that same reason, I'm also a grief and bereavement coach stroke mentor. Okay. And I tell you all of that because through the work that I have been doing since 2015, I have seen that there are so many areas at the end of our lives and our bereavement experience where we are completely missing. There are so few of us in the industry of death, and yet it's the one thing that brings us together.
Yes.
We all have an understanding of the significance of our collective loss. It's heavy. So I'm inviting you to the launch of FACFO, which is the Federation of African and Caribbean Funeral Operatives. Unfortunately, Sister Samara, it clashes with your date. Our launch is on the 6th of November, 12 p.m. onwards. And the FACFO, it's the Federation where I'm working with a beautiful team of experts who are within our community, who do the work that I do, and they do more. Together, we've created a resource, a directory, so that members of our communities who are doing the work of caring for our loved ones through the process of death, through the homegoing ceremony, through the wake, our grief and our bereavement can be easier located for a better quality service. So we're talking up and down the country. We need to know where you are. Our desire is to work with funeral directors, funeral celebrants, our religious leaders, our traditional African practitioners, our community organizations, to reinstate our authentic culture and traditions. So regardless of where you are in the country, if any of you are involved in any way or wish to be involved in FACFO, we would love to hear from you. Okay, so we're talking about caterers, florists, DJs, drummers, our choirs, chaplains. We need our lawyers, we need our financial advisors and our pallbearers. If you're a retired driver or a nurse or a medical practitioner, if you create keepsakes, candles, funeral programs, the list is endless. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are. We need to hear from you, because when someone that we love dies, we need to know where you are so that we can keep our pounds black.
Come on.
The care.
Come on.
Absolutely. And the respect that is lacking from our end of life experiences. So, as I've said, we're a growing band of professional practitioners. We're coming together to control our own death and bereavement services entirely. We are a not-for-profit organisation. We are not looking in any way for any form of government funding at all. We are governing ourselves. We are setting our own standards and culture and excellence. Okay, we are self-certifying. We have everybody that we need in our communities. And whilst we would serve anyone who needs the help, regardless of their background or origin, we are only including people from our communities within our directory.
Can I pause you there 1 second, sis?
Certainly.
Brothers and sisters, no, I'm not even joking now, because this is serious. If the sister is making sense to you, put some ones in the chat room. If not only do it, don't do it because I've said it. If the sister doesn't this make common sense? What other community doesn't do what she's talking about? Tell me, man. Why should we have to have this even discussion? We can bring our people together, man. Does the sister not sound like this is common sense? This is what we should be doing together as a people. Wow. Sister, I'm proud of you, man. Absolutely proud of you, sister. Yes, carry on, my queen.
Okay, just through FACFO, we're going to be able to see where there's a lack of African and Caribbean suppliers of our services, and we'll be able to cover the immediate loss by sending those who are the closest to them, or even from further afield if necessary. But most importantly, where the need is great, we will be training our brothers and sisters to do the work. We will be supporting them fully and endorsing them. We are so underrepresented in this area. So if you're looking for a change of career, join us. Such businesses are not just for today, they're for tomorrow, and they're for the future, our future generations. So that's why we are launching FACFO, the Federation of African and Caribbean Funeral Operatives. It's on the 6th of November, and we want to see you there. Now, we've got guest speakers and we've got edutainment lined up on the day. I'll put the link in the chat. It would be great if you could register your intention to attend via Eventbrite. So just look for the event under the Federation of African.
Have you got the link? That's the main thing. Our people want the link. Just don't send them to do anything, beloved. They just want to press. They just want to press a button, and they're on the Eventbrite. They can literally register now.
Right. Okay. I will be putting the link in the chat.
Jurita's fantastic. I don't know how she does it. Sometimes she gets the link. I don't know how. She does some kind of juju stuff, but she gets the link. I don't know how, but sister.
Okay.
By the way, brothers, this is the website. This is bringing different businesses together. We can now make sure that we keep the money within our own community, but at the same time, we've got people who literally understand our culture, understand our traditions, and how we want to be buried, how we want to have our transition. So this is the website, brothers and sisters. Hit that website. Let's create a unity of love, of
All
coming
right.
together.
Can I just say one thing? That is our temporary, that's like our landing page. That's our temporary website. So on the 6th of November, we will be launching the full 100. Like, you'll have all the information there right now. But we wanted to show you that that's what we intend for the future. We do have Brother Cole, for example. Brother Cole, you talked about seizing land. We need burial land. We need our own burial land. So if we can come together to seize it, it's not about asking anymore. We deserve it. This is our land. This is owed to us. We're going for gold. We want everything, okay? We need our own hospices. We're going to have our own burial society so that we can help our brothers and sisters at that time.
Sister,
Yes.
Sister Bernice has stated, sister, you are an angel.
Oh.
Sister D. Morgan says, I love this. Dolores Lee says, I love this. Just talking with a friend about this just the other day.
Yep.
Samara herself says she loves this. Joanne says, one love. Brother Huey Rose, I didn't know Huey Rose. Huey Rose, brrr, big man in the house. He says, excellent queen. Sister Adassa, all the way in Wales. She says, where else are you operating? And so on. So, sister, we're going to need you back on the platform. Time is going. We've got to move on.
Okay. Yeah.
But sister, after the launch, I'm inviting you back to the platform, sister,
Okay.
so that we can have a further discussion on this platform with your great self. Okay, sister.
Okay.
You beloved brother Cole, sister Samira, and yourself. You've just lit the place. Oh, our main speaker hasn't even come on yet, beloved. And all of you have just absolutely just shown love and unity. Sister Jurita, is anything you would like to say, sister?
Yeah, you good evening, sister.
Good evening.
And evening all. You held up a book earlier. I just
yes.
There was a few people who didn't quite catch it. Could you let us see it again, please?
Okay, so that's My Life's Tapestry. And it's basically a journal. It's like a workbook and journal. And it's for families to work through together. You know, when our elders pass away, I can send you the link. It's through my website. It's dipism.com, www.dipism.com. Please don't go to Amazon or anywhere else. But when our elders are passing away, our families are falling apart. We need to have these discussions about, you know, what they want and how we're going to stay together. So that book discusses everything that's needed, but I'll put all the details in the link. I'll also give my personal number, the business number, email address, and everything. We just hope that we can see you on the 6th of November at the launch. It's a Zoom launch. And
you don't have to go anywhere, brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
fantastic. Was that it, Jurita? Was there anything else? Okay,
yeah, no, I think that's it. I've put the link to the website in the chat already, but if you've got anything else, I will be happy to share it. It sounds like we have no excuse but to find a way to contact you. So
thank you.
Sister Unita says, nice to dream big. Excellent indeed. I love this. I like this. Sister Joyce says, brilliant. This is about time. Brother Huey Rose come back and said, we have a link with the NHS. So we got to link you some people, sister, but Brother Huey said he's got a link with the NHS to allow you to facilitate Rastafarian services.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this show is all about starting the networking, Sister Alison Gilbert says, I want to start the course during COVID. I will be in contact with you. Sister Kim says, fantastic. Have sent you an email already. We'd love to support and collaborate with you to spread awareness. If that's the same Kim I know, she's a bad sister. She's doing some great works. In fact, she's going to be coming on the